بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإن قال لها طلقي نفسك من ثلاث ما شئت فلها أن تطلق نفسها واحدة أو ثنتين ولا تطلق ثلاثا عند أبي حنيفة رحمه الله. And if you say to her, divorce yourself from three, that which you wish, then it's permissible for her to divorce herself one or two, and she cannot divorce herself three times according to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayh. وَقَوْلَا تُطَلِّقُ ثَلَاثًا إِنْ شَاءَتْ. And Saiban says she can divorce herself thrice if she wishes. لأن كلمة ما محكمة في التعميم وكلمة من قد تستعمل للتمييز. And the reason Saiban say that she can divorce herself thrice if she wants, right? She say the word Maya, in others, طلقي نفسي مثل ما شئت, that is fixed for being general, right? And the word min is also used to explain, for bayan. You understand? For explanation. فَيُحْمَلُ عَلَى تَمْيِيزِ الْجِنْسِ. So it will be carried upon explaining the type. So in others, what they're saying here is when he says, divorce yourself from three, in others, up to three, that which you wish. You understand? It doesn't mean part of three, but rather it means up to three, that which you wish. Right. كَمَا إِذَا قَالَ كُلْ مِنْ طَعَامِ مَا شِئْتَ. You understand? And they give a backup. They say that when he says, eat from my food that which you wish. You understand? So if you tell as a host, you tell the guest, you leave him with the food there and you tell him, eat from my food that which you wish. He can eat everything. It means eat everything if you want. Eat little or eat lot or eat everything also. Or tallik min nisa'i man sha'at. Or divorce from my, you're telling another man now, divorce from my wives, whomsoever wishes. So now here also, if all the wives wish, then he is allowed to divorce all of them. Right. Wali Abi Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, anna kalimata min hakikatun litab'izi wa ma lita'mimi. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah is dalil, is that the word min, in reality, it comes for being a portion, part of something, right? Not total, but rather portion. Wa ma lita'mim, and ma is for being general. For yu'malu bihima. So amal will be made on both, right? In other words, you got a portion of the total. So in this case, a portion of the total will mean 1, 2, but not total, 3, not 3. You understand it? Right. وفيما استشهدا به ترك التبعيض لدلالة إظهار السماحة. And in the examples which Sahibain has brought as a backup, right? Tab'iz has been left out there, right? Due to the indication of the expression of generosity, right? In other words, in the case where he says, eat from my food what you wish. Everybody agrees the guest can eat all the food, right? And the reason, Imam Bani Farhan say the reason is because it's the time for generosity now. It's a time when he is opening up his pots for the guests, right? Only umumi sifati wa hiya al-mashiyatu. Or you take the second example there, a divorce from my wives, whomsoever wish. So there the sifat is general, which was man sha'at, and that is the mashiyat, whomsoever wish. You understand it? So it's open up to them. So therefore, if all the wives wish, then he can divorce all the wives there. Hatta law qala man shi'ta kana ala al-khilaf. So much so that if he had to say whomsoever you wish, then it will be on the same ikhtilaf. In other words, you say tallik min nisa'i man shi'ta. Divorce from my wives whom you wish. Then Imam Abu Hanifa will say he can't divorce all. He can divorce most, but not all. You understand it? And Saibin say he can divorce or Babul Aymani fit talaki, the chapter of taking oaths in talaq, right? وإذا أضاف الطلاق إلى النكاح وقع عقب النكاح. When he attributes a talaq to a nikah, then the talaq will occur after the nikah. مثل أن يكون لامرأة إن تزوجتك فأنت طالق. For example, he says to a strange woman, if I married you, you are divorced. أو كل امرأة أتزوجها فهي طالق. Or he says every woman whom I marry, she is divorced. So in other words, the moment he marries her now, you understand? In that case, in the first case, or in the second case, any woman whom he marries now, she will get a divorce. You understand it? وقال الشافعي رحمة الله عليه لا يقع. Imam Shafi رحمه الله says it will not occur. لقوله عليه السلام لا طلاق قبل النكاح, because of Nabi Kareem some statement, there is no talaq before nikah. There is no talaq before nikah. Right. So in other words, although you're not yet married and you're already applying a talaq, Imam Shafi say, you understand it? And it won't work. ولنا أن هذا تصرف يمين لوجود الشرط والجزاء. Our dalil is this is a transaction of an oath due to the existence of a shart and a jaza. You got a shart and a jaza here. If, you understand, if that's in shartiya, right? So if I marry you and then you got the jaza, then you are divorced. You understand it? فلا يشترط لصحته قيام الملك في الحال. So it has not been made a condition qiyamul milki fil hali. It has not been made a condition for its correctness, the existence of ownership in the present state. In other words, you don't need ownership in the present state for the oath to be correct. The oath is correct. You understand it? The oath is correct, although you don't have ownership as yet, right? لأن الوقوع in the shart, because the jaza will fall at the time of the shart. وَالْمِلْكُ مُتَيَقَّنٌ بِهِ عِنْدَهُ, and ownership is certain of the shart. Ownership is certain at the time of the falling of the shart. You understand? Or at the time of jaza. At the time of the jaza. And ownership is definite. You understand? At the time of the jaza. In other words, only once he marries her, that's the time he's got ownership. So he marries her, he got ownership and talaq falls. You got it? Now the question comes about that what's the benefit then if you don't own the milk, not yet married to her? What's the benefit of taking an oath about talaq then? He say وَقَبْلَ ذَلِكَ أَثَرُهُ الْمَنْعُ. And before that, the effect of the oath is to prevent him now. So now he's, I can't get married to this woman now. You understand it? It's stopping him from getting, because he knows the moment he get married, she's going to be divorced, right? وَهُوَ قَائِمٌ بِالْمُتَصَرِّفِ. And this prevention is standing on the head of the mutasarrif, or the person who took the oath, right? وَالْحَدِيثُ مَحْمُولٌ عَلَى نَفِّ التَّنْجِيزِ. And then we say now, the hadith that Imam Shafi rahmatullah narrated, لَا طَلَاقَ قَبْلَ النِّكَاحِ, right? We say that is carried upon the negation of giving an immediate talaq. In other words, you can't tell a strange woman you are divorced. You understand it? So we say that's what the la talaq qabla nikah means. You cannot give a strange woman a divorce immediately. You got that now, right? Wal hamlu ma'surun anis salafi, and this meaning is transmitted from the predecessors like Shabi, Zuhri, and Ghairihima, and like Imam Shabi and Imam Zuhri, and besides them, they say this is what this hadith means, that you can't give a strange woman a talaq immediately. وَإِذَا أَضَافَهُ إِلَى شَرْطٍ وَقَعَ عَقِبَ شَرْطٍ. And if he attributes the talaq to a shart, it will occur after the shart. مثل أن يقول لإمرأته, for example, he says to his wife, إن دخلت الدار فأنت طالق. If you enter the house and you are divorced. وهذا بالاتفاق, and this is what consensus. لأن الملك قائم في الحال, because the ownership is existing now. He's married to her, right? وَالظَّاهِرُ بَقَاهُ إِلَى وَقْتِ وُجُودِ الشَّرْطِ. And it's quite apparent that the milk will continue until the time of the existence of the shart. In other words, until she enters the door, until she enters the house, they'll still be married. The apparent is that it could change, but the apparent is that until she enters the house, she'll still be married to him. فَيَصِحُ يَمِينًا وَإِيقَانًا. So it will be correct as an oath and as giving a talaq. Leave it to me.